Hey, good morning everyone. Thanks for waking up with me. So today's going to be a little bit different. I sometimes make these videos the night before just so I can get them posted up, especially if I got a really, sorry about that, especially if I have a really early day. And tomorrow I do. Plus I've been having a few issues with the internet lately for some reason. I think it's because so many people are home that it just can't keep up in my neighborhood. So as you can tell, I'm cooking a little bit this evening, and I started the video off this way on purpose. You know, there's the coronavirus is still kicking our ass here in the U.S., and I don't understand why. And by the way, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a trained nutritionist, I'm none of those things. So this is just me offering my little humble opinion. But there's something different about why we're getting it in such high percentages. And you know, it's not about the testing. It's not about all that other stuff. You know, don't fall for all that hype, all that political argument. That's not the point. The point is that we have a lot of cases here, and we're having a lot of deaths here, and a lot of pollen too. So if you caught my other video a day or two ago, same thing. So my thought is wondering, why is it we're having it so much higher in percentage-wise per capita than third world countries? And some of them that are extremely dense, you know, like Bangladesh or something like that, or you know, I know they've got it really bad in Ecuador, down in Central America in general. Brazil right now is really taking a beating at the moment, you know, but there are other places as well. And here in the U.S., statistically, black people are more likely to get it and get severe cases of it. But I'm not hearing a lot of news about how bad it is in Africa. So that makes me wonder if there's what's different about the United States. What's different about here over Europe, or about continents where some of these ethnicities are more common, or where there's more density of people and there's less hygiene, less infrastructure, less all these things that we're being told we need to have to protect ourselves from this. And that a lot of this stuff is just, you know, common everyday things here for us in the United States to have access to, and yet we seem to be having this case really badly. So it makes me think maybe there's something in our food system. Now this is just a theory. I'm not a doctor, like I said. You know, I'm not qualified in this field at all. But something's different. Something is different. And the only thing that's clear to me that's different is the food that we have here. Now I know for a fact, because of my own background with food, and you know, I've bounced in and out of being a vegan, and still to this day tend to be more vegetarian than not. And it's not to say that I haven't had quite a bit of meat, especially the last couple of years. The diet, the workload that I've been doing, and the way I was traveling, so like that kind of led me down that road, and I went into it because it was just easy, it was fast, it was convenient. And now as I'm pulling back out of it and going back to being more vegetarian, it's like, oh yeah, this is why I like being a vegetarian. So I'm very happy I'm going back to it. But I made some other changes in my diet also. I drank Coca-Cola like ferociously for decades, literally for decades. And no doubt it's taken its toll on my health in many ways that I probably have yet to discover. But there's other things in fact as well. So you know, I know there are a lot of chemicals in our food system that other countries just simply do not allow, and our FDA does. And there's other things that are possibly in there. You know, part of it is our habits, just in what we do eat and the things that we find nutritional. And I just went to the store earlier today, and was thinking about the baskets, the shopping carts going back out, and all the junk food that was in there. You know, with Fruit Loops and Captain Crunch and snack bars and you know, flavored drinks that are full of chemicals instead of just plain water, and you know, and all these things. Or it's like, or just tea even. You know, if you got to have something flavored, right? Preferably with no sugar, which is what I'm drinking tonight. But you know, there's a lot of things here at play, and a lot of us have the information at our disposal, and a lot of us have been aware of it for a long time, but a lot of us ignore it still to this day. And I think that might be true with some of the people who are getting ill. Now, I don't want to make any judgments, and if you've got a family member who's ill, I wish you the very best. I really do. I'm not an expert in this. This is just a thought, just something for you to think about. And by the way, even if it's not, doesn't it kind of make sense to eat the best way you know how, to to take care of your body the best way you know how. If there's one good thing that we can take out of COVID, which hopefully there's a few things we can take good away from this experience, is that our health really is critical. It's important, and if you lose it, if it's too compromised, you might lose your life with that. Not just live an inconvenience, but actually, unfortunately, pass away and leave countless people behind that count on you, that look to you, that want you here. So. That's my short little video today. I'm eating better. I'm taking better care of myself. Excuse me. I'm getting a little more rest and taking a little more time to calmly think things through and plan my days a little better and a few other things. And maybe that's what we all need a little bit of. So just my thought, just my little thing for the day, as I continue to look for ways to make life a little better and to enjoy what I have and look for the things I've missed and try and regain some of that. So I hope you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and check back in with me again tomorrow, and I'll see if I can post something that maybe you want to hear. All right, have a good day.